This is Vita Carnes living meat research documentary intro in the crawl. What is this? This analog horror. This is analog horror. I've never heard this before. This video talks about shows imagery or graphic content like gore, violence, death, fashion, life. Can I show this?
On planet Earth, life has thrived for millions of years. Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed.
Turn
New
my lights
life
off.
forms have appeared all around the globe and
Oh, okay. There. You were trying to scare me, bro.
completely changing the balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself. That is why we, at National Living Meat Research,
My
have
fault.
been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms? Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are, and where they came from. Are they extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth? Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity? From what our scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures
Wait,
are solely
open my door to make it more scary? It wouldn't do nothing because one night I got roommates and the lights on in the hallway. I'll be cool.
Earth, miraculously out of nowhere. We don't know why or how, but one thing is
Yeah.
for certain, Earth is now their home. What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know. These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones. They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat. Because of these characteristics, they have been named accordingly as Vita Carnis.
It's
The
not
carni
onions or
species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their carnis relatives.
Shoot, I'm not a big horror guy, so let's see
The
what happens.
carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance of crawl, which leads to the first creature of the carnis species, the crawl. The crawl is a growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine, the only difference being the dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the host to divisions of
That like the stuff from Stranger Things in the Upside Down.
other, smaller branches. In each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings.
It's a plant.
The ends of these tendrils are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy. Although, the crawl also obtains energy through another means. Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis, the dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth. Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments, easily allowing it to spread across the world, and can be found pretty much anywhere. Its recent inclusion in the ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead.
This ain't. I'll say this ain't really like scary to me so far. Knock on wood. But like, it's just the voice is just uneasy, like the music. But like just talking about like some kind of extraterrestrial plant, I guess.
The crawl's abundance grants plenty of
The
nourishment
mimic?
to all animals, from plants.
Wait, I gotta watch everything for all that. Hold on, how much is before it? 24. Hey, cuz not gonna lie to you, not watching all of that. I'm not watching all of that. 2 minutes per episodes. Fair. All right, fair. I'll watch to 5. We're doing 2 minute per episodes.
The trimmings. trimmings are small animals that resemble skinned raccoons. They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes, nose and
Yo,
ear
what?
holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics. One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue, and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no larger than a basketball. Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume.
What the heck?
Although it is an omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost
Yo, what is it
entirely
about old school, like 30s and 40s, just happy music? This is happy music too. That's just creepy. Why is it so creepy?
scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and deceased animals. Although its appearance is unsightly,
What
it is a cowardly
is that? Yo, I'm shooting it I'm shooting it 20 times if I see that. I don't even want a gun. I don't want a gun and it would spawn in my hand if I see that in the corner. It's getting shot in GTA. No, in real life. That thing's getting murked.
creature, only fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened. Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators. Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the case. The crawl constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes, keeping up their numbers.
So these come from the crawl.
Naturally, trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crawl. Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years. Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests, due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night. Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets
Yo,
and
who's keeping
relatively
that?
domesticate them. Nuisance or not, trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers to their skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold. The next species on our list is the meat snake.
The meat snake. Who the heck is Quillboy, and why would he come up with this, bro?
The meat snake. The meat snake is a worm-like creature, made of a variety of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane. Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length. Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although,
16
under
feet!
extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length. The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism. The meat snake allocates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its environment. The sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby.
Yo,
This process shares many similarities to
I
regular
genuinely
snakes,
want to know
hence the meat snake's name.
who is out here creating this.
Once it locates the corpse,
thinking of
the meat
this.
snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole. Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin, and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract, and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake. Unsatisfactory
What?
parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted. Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has consumed. During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed. A meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years. The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals. The only significant
They gave something that can live infinitely depending on how much it eats immunity to everything. Yo, whoever made this, whoever you are, you're disturbed. You're not okay in the head. What made you think of this? That's not okay.
ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating. Interestingly, the meat snake is the
What is that?
only member of the Carnies family that is able to reproduce. When a meat snake reaches an excessive size, and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms. It will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms.
What the heck?
Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold.
Of course, Ohio. Of course, Ohio. Of course, Ohio. Of course, Ohio has the hottest red zone. Of course. Of course. Of course!
Population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes. Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products. The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion, preventing the spread of disease. Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the battlefield to dispose of festering bodies and parts, and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals.
So we took this
They are extremely tame, not caring of any creatures
and domesticated
around them,
it.
only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This means they are very easy to tame. Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature with a very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell. Our next creature is the mimic.
Darian, you're weird. So this is the last one I'm watching, The Mimic. After The Mimic, I'm done. Because, yo,
The mimic.
that is the
The
devil.
mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy.
Hello.
They greatly resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features. These features include extended finger length, longer limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile. Although it resembles a happy face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped. The maw of the mimic contains much
Do I have homework? We're gonna check after.
more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat and swallowing chunks whole. A mature mimic's diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
Wait, what?
Because of this,
Whose
they
flesh?
are found solely around human-populated areas.
Whose flesh?
The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages. In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin, sleek, and only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow. Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning. Its hunting style changes and becomes much more complicated. It now stalks and feeds only on humans. It will locate human populated area and begin its search for an easy target.
Oh, is that true? Huh. Okay. I'm just gonna get that right there.
To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing, mannequins, and furniture. Once a target has been found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night. Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute and immediately begin consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal. Although, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or startle prey into cornering themselves. Once a human is in place,
That's
it will
why I said open
swiftly
the door.
attack and kill the helpless target.
Oh, we have video now. Oh, I don't like this. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Girl, if you don't shut your breathing up.
The next stage of the mimic's life cycle has two potential morphs it may develop into. If a mimic has a consistent
There's 3 more minutes. Lord Jesus, have mercy. Lord, Father God. Lord, have who's. This is the stuff you come up with in nightmares.
supply of food, it will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being. It now can blend entirely into civilization and lure other humans more effectively. The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coating of a flexible skin, which is highly durable, and increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes. This excludes the face, which is now coated in a pale pink skin. The mimic's teeth have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat, leaving its mouth a toothless grin. It uses the dark hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet. Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter. Here are the instructions.
1. Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings. 2. If you
Okay.
encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities. 3.
Okay.
If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route. 4.
Okay. Okay.
In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5.
That's where you lost me. Nah, if this is real life, and it's me and the mimic, and the mimic got me cornered, no, there's no more, trying to hide my vital organs. No. If I see a mimic, this is me in the corner, and that mimic come after me. All right, what you want to do? What you want to do? No, nah. We going out. We going out swinging. We going out. No, little knee action. Cause I refuse to go down with a fight to the devil. This is the devil we're speaking on. I refuse to go down without a fight to the devil. Baby, you lost me. Baby, you lost me. The devil can go back to hell. Facing me. Got the good book. I'm quoting scripture the whole time. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's
You have a weapon. Do not use it. A mimic is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not effective.
Maybe never mind. It could take a bullet. I'm just quoting scripture at that point. The devil can't handle that. Oh, that's nasty. That's cool. That's the end of stream, guys.